So, hello, fellow Earthlings. This is Earthling 64554637228. And Jeff Bezos' ex-wife, I don't know her name, and she no longer carries Bezos. I should know it. But she gave a really huge donation at the end of last year. And I'm thinking that it's just for taxes now. And I'll get into that in a moment. So anyway, I am Earthling, yada yada yada. I gained a bunch of weight a long time ago, like more than half my body weight. Then I saw the Lord. I lost it. I have a couple of degrees. I got a scholarship a long time ago, and traveled a bit. And that's it for me. So, Jeff Bezos' wife, what's her name? Mackenzie. Mackenzie, yes, I finally got it. Say it with me. So anyway, Mackenzie Bezos, I believe. I might be wrong. Is that her first or her last name? So it's actually Mackenzie Scott, I guess. So at the end of last year, it was reported by whoever that Mackenzie Bezos had given a record-breaking amount of money at the end of the year to a number of different charities. I think it was something like 6 billion or something like that. And there were a lot of good feelings all around. I certainly thought it was amazing. Here's this woman, look at what she's doing. Now that, everything is under her control or choice to donate or not to donate. And here's this huge amount of money, which it looks like it was, in the teens of, it looked like it was in the teens of her net worth, which is like, your actual net worth. Like if you have a $200,000 house, you go and you donate, $20,000 of that money. Maybe you take a mortgage and you do that. And it was like, wow, that is so impressive. That is so inspirational. That is so great. And, there were other good things about it too, in that she wasn't telling the recipients what to do with the money. It was a no questions asked. She'd done a significant amount of research. She gathered together a bunch of people. I'm sure she employed them, paid them well to research all of these different charitable organizations and figure out the ones that she really wanted to or were credible based on the people that she hired and based on the information that they gathered, probably ranked in priority, her priorities. And I was like, wow, that is so really inspirational, great, fantastic. And shortly after that, there was an announcement that Jeff Bezos had also donated a bunch of money as well. I don't know if it was record breaking in his instance, but it seemed like somebody suggested something like that, so I'm not sure. And I don't know who follows who does what with who. I'd love to see Miss Bezos do the same thing again, because while we're on the topic, recently, I think sometime last year, there was a genuinely hugely wealthy person, probably in the tens of billions of dollars net worth, who had in his lifetime disposed of everything except for $2 million worth of money, of net worth, in order to take care of him until he died. He's elderly, an elderly guy, and he has done it. Everybody was congratulatory. I think Warren Buffett was, all these people, of course. Warren Buffett, probably in his 90s at this point, doing nothing like that, but it really, really, really made me feel good to see that one guy do that. I think I want to do the same thing at some point if I have a feeling as to how long I might stick around. And at the end of the day, if somebody really wanted to, they could just give, depending on who they were, they could just give away literally everything that they had and make enough from speaking engagements every day to have a really decent life. So it's not really even a bad thing at all. I'm sure people are knocking down the door of that guy who gave away all his money to speak at different places, and some of them might be paying him. The very richest might not want to see him because he might reflect badly on them. But back to the Bezoses. I didn't really think too much about the whole gift giving. It looked so completely altruistic that I was like, okay. But then, a couple weeks ago, maybe a couple days ago, I was like, isn't it kind of weird that she gave that money like in December? I mean, someone could take a look at it and be like, well, it's for Christmas. Everybody is suffering, and that's the reason why she gave it around that time. But then, I've looked at a couple, nothing to do with her, but a couple other financially related um, YouTube videos. And they were mentioning that, yeah, people sometimes do these things. Like, for example, on their divorces, they might cut that really close to the end of the year, or however they needed to, in order to, they might still file a joint tax return, because it's cheaper to do it that way. So then I mixed those two thoughts together. I guess they started to mix together a bit, and I was like, I guess, yeah, maybe Christmas, but yeah, maybe end of year for taxes. And then I thought, a record amount of money that she's given up, huh? And I'm thinking, well, if she has all this stock in, whatchamacallit, if she has all this stock in Amazon, and, the stock market might go up forever, but it also might start coming down, maybe, like a lot of people, she wanted to capture gains that she could use, if for tax write-offs, if not in the present, maybe in the future, that she could carry forward. I'm not sure if, now that I'm thinking about it, if you can or you can't, but Amazon and almost all these other stocks have risen like a crazy amount over the last year, given the pandemic. So it's not too crazy to think that she might be able to use this kind of tax write-off in the future. Maybe she can carry it forward for anything else, like when she eventually has to or wants to sell out of any Amazon stock to do X, Y, Z, or W, and she has to pay capital gains taxes, maybe those charitable donations can count towards that. Now, I would really hope that she would just give away all of her money, maybe down to $1 billion. I don't even know that she needs $1 billion, but she might be just trying to show in another way, I'm completely different from my husband, kind of thing. Because while he did something similar, I would not think that somebody who, fights in order to make sure that they don't have to pay their employees that much money. They're not responsible for their employees. They have third-party companies that employ the employees, and they are like just basically the whole way that Amazon and anybody who's extremely wealthy probably runs their business. It does not lead you to believe that their charitable donations are really all that charitable. So with respect to her husband, maybe not, maybe, but I was just hoping that her donations would be like that. It would be as cool and as amazing as it looked on the surface, because I just looked her up, and she has a net worth supposedly of $54 billion. And if she gave away something like six, which is what I remember, that's more than 10% of her value, her net worth. So, I would hope at the end of next year you see some other She got married. I don't know if that plays a role, but I would hope. And she also is listed as an American novelist. I guess doesn't want to be known as the ex-wife of a billionaire. Hmm. But anyway, yeah. I think she just got divorced in 2019, and yeah, sufficient time has passed for her to get married. I think in 2021, I think it is. Um, yeah, she might just be looking for a completely different life, and hopefully, it is similar to what she did. Um, and there's more of that coming because I would really love to see that. Um, I don't know that it would really help the world because a billion sound like a lot, but they don't really go too far when you have to help millions of people. So, or billions of people, yeah. But anyway, that's my thoughts. Feel free to like, dislike, comment, share, subscribe, any of those things that you would want someone to do if they were giving you feedback on your YouTube content. Have a good one. Peace.